Sam Burge, and today I am going to be doing a review of all three of these figures. If you're wondering why there's three figures, it's because my camera that I usually record with finally took a crap on me. So I had to order a new camera and whatnot. It didn't get here until like 5 days till Thanksgiving. I was gonna try to push a review out for y'all, but I was like, I can't do it because Thanksgiving, Black Friday, hectic, crazy. You know, it's been nonstop. And that, and with my Etsy shop, has been pretty crazy. But anyways, yeah, these are all three figures that I'm going to be reviewing today. Two on the sides. These are just your standard single figure characters. Guy in the middle, this is Combat Engineer. I did want to use this as an example. People ask me, it's like, what's a, it's like these are single set figures. Here's a hero character with a gimmick and all that stuff. So, comparing these two, it's like side filler characters, hero characters. You know what I'm saying? Like here, let me put this way. Batman, with all his accessories and stuff. Robin. if you get it. It's like hero character, side pieces. Hero, sidekicks. Get what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, this is kind of like, this video is for an apology. I want to say sorry for missing November. So I'm going to review all three of these figures for December. So, putting aside this guy real quick. Alright, so we got our two main minifigures on the back of the box. It's the same. I mean, they're both the same box, no matter what you do. Let me just zoom on up there. See what I'm saying? Just same box character, same box art. I mean, these two figures, I mean, really honestly, there's nothing much difference. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the figures, I mean, let me just, So, I mean, looking at these two figures, they're both, they both look somewhat different. I think, this one's got blonde hair with a 5 o'clock shadow. And then this guy's got blonde hair with, no 5 o'clock shadow. Now, I want to point something out, because I realized this. This guy right here, this guy, looks just like my James Bond figure that I did for the World Peacekeeper figures. The only difference is the hair is different. The Bond figure he has more of a styled haircut, while this figure has more of a short military buzz haircut, one might say. But yeah, so far I've reviewed three of these figures, and there's 6 altogether and whatnot. I've only got one more, and if I'm looking at it right, yeah, if I'm looking at it right, I think it's I got like one more figure. My bad. Sorry, I kind of dwelled off on that one. I was like, yeah, I was trying to count, because I had these two, and then I did a single figure review, and yeah, I only got one more figure to go through for this character, which I might save him for something special. Kind of got an idea what I'm going to be doing for 2022. But yeah, these are just single set figures, nothing really too special, or, I mean, not bad, but I mean, like, they're single set figures. They come with the standard M16 tactical rifle looking gun. One has a spare magazine, and then the other one has like a handle. Like their accessories aren't as great as the hero characters, but they're good side pieces. I'd say, like side piece characters, good ones right here. So this is the combat engineer guy. Not a bad figure. Like I said before, these are the hero characters, and they come with a lot of accessories. Sometimes I question them, sometimes I don't. This one's kind of an in-between. Looking at the back of the box, he's like all the main hero lineup characters that I've had reviewed in the past. This one, in fact, is the last one to this lineup. So after this guy, this whole entire lineup back here is done. There's no more to them. Now, that ain't going to stop me from reviewing World Peacekeeper figures. It's just that now I got to start up on a new lineup, which I got plenty of other lineups that I'm interested in doing and whatnot, and I'm going to kind of like get into those. But for now, here he is, Combat Engineer. Not a bad figure. I mean, looking at him, I mean, I'm not really going to say that it's like, it's a bad figure. The accessories he's coming with, I'm trying to get a zoom up, is, see the jackhammer, and it comes with different types of heads to it, you know, because that's what jackhammers have. They like, depending on what they're trying to, you know, smash apart with their jackhammer, there's these different little, different little pieces off to the side. You can't really see them in the box, and I'm really sorry for the lighting, but there's like 3 different little, attachment pieces for that jackhammer. I mean, the one thing that really made me like this figure a little bit was that basically that light machine gun he comes with. I mean, you'll see it in the video, but I mean, like, it kind of looks like a Stoner, or I'm going to say an M60. Nephew's buddy of mine basically told me it was like, he said it was like, kind of looked like a hybrid between a Stoner and an M60. I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, this character, he comes with some, I think the 2 biggest parts that pop out of this figure is his jackhammer and his gun. Other than that, up here is just a walkie-talkie, a face mask, a hat, and that's about it. So I mean, it's not a bad figure. I just feel like, how to put it, it's like, it comes with bigger props, so not as much to come with, you know what I'm saying? When I'm like looking at this figure, I mean, like, he has accessories like harness and all that stuff all up on this guy. Like, he's got stuff to work with, but not as much as like I've noticed with the other characters, like no grenades or anything like that. But I mean, that's nothing to really complain about, I guess. I mean, I've got plenty of grenades. But other than that, I mean, I like the figure. I think the figure's pretty cool, interesting. I don't know really honestly what a combat engineer would need a light machine gun to walk around with or anything like that. But you know, hey, I don't design these toys. I just review them. Give me your comments down below what you think. It's like, do you think that the combat engineer guy having an M60 or a Stoner looking light machine gun is an okay thing? I mean, I don't know. I think it's a little bit too much for a character that's got to carry that huge jackhammer around all the time. So, let's open these bad boys up. Hey everybody. There's a couple things I want to talk about before I get to the actual hero character or the side piece character reviews. First off, you won't see this prop as much in the photos due to the fact that when I got it out and I started kind of tinkering with it to kind of get my hands-on review, I found something out. So the pieces go in with this octagon kind of shape, or pentagon looking shape piece, but here's the thing. So I got it in, ready? Boom. Every single one of these, but this one, almost instantaneously, just simultaneously, as you put it in, yeah, but they fall out. They don't sit in snug. I don't feel a click. There's nothing to tighten this down a little bit so that this piece can actually stay, because there you go. They fall out. Each of these heads just fall out. I'm a little upset with this, but yet again, I don't know, none of them are sticking in. I'm not doing anything to, this one fits just fine, but watch what happens. They just slide out. Not really fond of this design like that. Maybe it's the plastic. This plastic's kind of like this. You hear that? Kind of like a thin but thick plastic kind of sound. I don't know what to really say. All the heads on this thing just pop out and they don't stay in. So, you won't see these in the photos, but I did talk about the jackhammer. And this does go to the combat engineer character. A few other props you're not going to see is because I don't really like putting a bunch of stuff on a character much as anymore. If it really ain't really part of it, if it's small pieces, I'm not really too fond. But because I don't want to lose them outside while I'm doing the photo shoot for y'all. So here's the three little props that you won't see in the photos as well. These all go to the combat engineer character. You got these little hooks and rings and whatnot to go with it. I'm assuming I'm supposed to put this on the figure's harness, but there's nothing that really... There's a couple of spots I could say I could put a couple of these on, but that's about it. Just kind of like what you do when you're mountain climbing. It's just some little pieces like this little hook. Then there's this walkie-talkie right here. That's about it. These are some of the small props that came with the engineer, the combat engineer. Not bad, not too shabby. Just a few of the things that you won't see in the photos. I'm not going to do the jackhammer just because of the fact these heads in this figure, jackhammer does not, they don't stay in. They just, you put them in, slides out. Put them in, this one stays. Oh, you're gonna stay? So this one, yeah, this one's the more I'm gonna stay one. Huh. Nice. But I know this one. And I'm not even really violently throwing these things to yeah, see, they just, I'm still upset, but let's get to the main figures and let's talk about them. Hey everybody, Sam Burge. Gonna do my rant and raves. Okay, so the single set figures, let's just get those out of the way. The two with the M16s that you'll see in the photos. Not a whole lot to talk about. They're not bad figures. I like them. Quality still stands to a good grade and whatnot. Like I said, it's I want to review these figures, but it's always kind of hard with the single set figures because there's just really honestly, there isn't a whole lot to them besides it's a different type of figure. They also come with the M16 with a bunch of different variations of the accessories to the M16, and that's how they kind of work. Now, I can't say in past tense
I've had 2 of these figures that didn't come with the M16, so it gives some variety. And I say some because it's looking like 2 out of 6 don't have the M16, while the rest, the other 4, have M16s. Okay, so I mean, not bad. I love the variations. They're not bad figures. I mean, I like them. It's just really honestly not a whole lot to give. I can't sit there and say, well, this guy's gun does this guy's gun does that, because guess what? When they come with the M16, and I've been doing the back lineup for the main hero characters, I've basically reviewed every accessory that these single set figures could come with. So it kind of makes it difficult for me sometimes to like be like, oh yeah, this one comes with the foregrip and the scope, and then it's like, oh, this one comes with the dual mags and a scope, or this one comes with a grenade launcher and a scope. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you've like gone through the variations of one gun, having these single set figures with those one guns kind of makes it a little bit difficult to critique on something, because it's like, well, I've already seen this. I've already done this type of variation of the M16 in a review, so therefore I really can't comment on something I already reviewed. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like making a review for the same movie twice, and it really isn't, you know, because it's like you already done it once. Why repetitively do it again? But anyways, I mean, the single set figures, if I could say anything, if anyone wants to know, they're worth it. And I've said this before in comparison. The single set figures are like your standard action figure, or as I even say, like, it's like Barbie. It's like, it's a variation, or it's a character that doesn't come with a lot, but it fills in numbers. Like in the pictures you see, like, the single set figures do what they do. They're like kind of background characters, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, the combat engineer he stands out because he's a hero character. He has more to him, while these secondary characters, just like they fill in the gap. Like they could be foot soldiers, they could be, you know, guards. You can make something out of them because they don't really have an established continuity to what they are. I mean, personally, I treat them like, you know, soldiers, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all supposed to be soldiers, but like in ranking wise, these guys are like, you know, they're the followers, while as I make these pictures, they're making the combat engineer look like the main hero character. So I mean, other than that, I really like the single set figures. They're not bad. They're really great, and they're a good add-on to any set that you have. So I mean, I'm not dissing them, but I mean, as you see them in the package, as you see them now, they're a good side character for you. Alright, let's get to the combat engineer. Now this one I can talk a lot because he has a lot of accessories and whatnot. But I mean, like I said before when I showed you with the jackhammer, I was really upset that jackhammer's the heads in it didn't stay in the jackhammer. That really bummed me out. I was like, well, what the heck's this for then, if the heads to this jackhammer can't even stay in? I would have proposed like some type of mechanism or something, or some type of different way where the jackhammer heads could stay in there, because all they do is they slide out. You got 2 pieces of the same type of plastic. There's no grip, there's no friction. They just slide out. I would say be very careful with that, because there is one with a pointed end, and it had me a little concerned, because I mean, I poked myself with the more pointed end one, and I wouldn't say it couldn't puncture anybody, but I mean, if you fell on it or sat on it, I'd definitely be a little concerned on that one. I mean, other than that, I mean, the combat engineer, I really liked the figure. The one thing that made me like really want to get him was just the fact that he came with that sweet light machine gun, like a variation of a different type of class of weapon altogether. Like, no more are we in the assault rifles or the submachine guns. We got ourselves a big gun, and I like that variation. Like, I love to have like something that's not the M16. It's like this has been my biggest complaint to the World Peacekeepers. Like all your figures, almost all of them in this lineup came with M16s. I mean, I think out of 12, 4 of them had a different type of gun. Correct me if I'm wrong. While the rest have M16s. Like, I'm not one to be complaining too much about it, but at the same time, I'm just a little bit like, hey, don't give your cowboys lightsabers to your action figures because you have them. Like, you know, you gotta give variety. You gotta have variety. You gotta have something that's like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, this is a Ranger with an M16, you know, or this is the NBC Specialist, but with an M16. It's like, not really like particularly fond of that idea. The concept of just like rehashing the same guns with like a bunch of characters and then lightly sprinkling a variety doesn't really do good for a lineup, in my honest opinion. But really honestly, the Combat Engineer, I love it. Like, I love the character. The character is a really nice character. Well put together, simple, not too hard. I mean, due to the fact that he comes with the jackhammer and that big M60 looking light machine gun, I definitely say he doesn't have too much variety, like outfit wise. Like no knee pads or elbow pads. I mean, not a whole lot to him. Just at the fact that I feel like because he comes with such larger props, they kind of skimped him on giving him accessories that can, like, you know, dress the character up better, if you get what I'm saying. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, really honestly, the character, I was kind of looking at him between the single set figures. And I was like, you know, if I just took off, like, the real important stuff, like the harness, the glasses, the hat, and whatnot, you could totally pass this guy as a single set figure. Because really, honestly, bare bone minimums to the appeal, or it should say his outfit, doesn't really come with a whole lot. I mean, he's only like 2 or 3 props away from being a single set figure. But, like I said, the silver lining to this character that I would definitely say is at the simple fact that he comes with that M60. So, I mean, the only redeeming quality I could say for this figure is like, hey, he comes with a big gun and it's something different, it's something to look at and whatnot. But, I mean, the Combat Engineer, all in all, I would say he's worth the buy, but just be on the ready. The jackhammer heads don't stay in the jackhammer properly and whatnot, so that's the only letdown I could really say I found in this figure, was just at the fact that the interchangeable heads did not stay in the figure jackhammer at all. Which, like I said, you see, if you watch this all the way up to this point, you see what I'm saying with the whole, like, the head slipping out. So, I mean, all in all, the Combat Engineer is a great figure. Just a few little letdowns, not a whole lot of accessories going for it for appeal wise. But I mean, other than that, it's not a bad figure. It's worth the buy. I guess when I do these reviews, I would say that most of these figures are really worth it. And there's some that haven't been. But throughout the 2 years I've been doing this, I've been kind of learning. There's different things that happen in between the World Peacekeepers, like when you buy from the actual site and Amazon. And I'm not really going to go in great detail with this one because I've said it 100 times in my other videos, is if you buy from World MC Toy Centra, the character, the toy that you get from them is good quality. Amazon, on the other hand, I've bought about like 4 or 5 of them so far, and it's been 50-50. I've also gotten like a 2nd generation, 3rd generation figure, you know, different box and whatnot. But other than that, I mean, it's just some of the things I like to let people know, that most of the time when I order these action figures now, it's from MC Toy Centra directly. And sometimes, and I say this so lightly, sometimes I'll pick up a World Peacekeeper figure from Amazon. But other than that, I hope you guys all enjoy this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think, and have a nice day. Thank you.